Here's something most people don't realize, and it might just shock you. By the time you reach 80, you could lose nearly half of your muscle mass compared to when you were young. It doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in slowly, quietly. This condition has a name, sarcopenia, and it's one of the most devastating yet overlooked threats to senior independence. Right now, over 50 million older adults around the world are affected, and every year, more than 300,000 seniors end up in the hospital, not from illness, but from falls caused by weakened muscles. But here's where things take a surprising turn. Recent research published in the Journal of Physiology proves that this kind of extreme muscle loss isn't just a natural part of aging. In fact, much of it can be slowed down, or even reversed. Believe it or not, some people in their 70s still have the strength, energy, and even body function of someone decades younger. While many their age struggle with everyday tasks, like getting up from a chair or climbing a few stairs, these so-called super-agers remain fully independent well into their 90s. Some even outperform people half their age in strength tests, still hiking trails, lifting weights, and playing sports without skipping a beat. If you love powerful, science-backed health tips like this, make sure to like this video and hit subscribe. It helps us reach more people who want to age stronger and smarter. So, what's their secret? Let's break it down. It turns out 93% of seniors don't know about specific habits that can dramatically slow down or even reverse age-related muscle loss. But researchers at the Mayo Clinic have uncovered them. And guess what? Most doctors never tell seniors about the single most important habit that could help regain lost muscle, even in their 70s and 80s. According to Harvard Medical School research, what truly preserves muscle strength with age is actually the opposite of what many doctors still recommend. Stick with me. Because the very first habit we're about to reveal might be something you're unknowingly doing wrong every single day, and correcting it could be the difference between staying strong and independent, or gradually losing the freedom to live life on your own terms. It could mean the difference between living freely, confidently, and on your own, or relying on daily help just to get through simple tasks as you age. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more life-changing health tips tailored just for you, and we'd love to know, where are you watching from? Drop your location in the comments below. Ready? Let's get started. Habit number 7. Embrace hormetic stress. One surprising thing strong, healthy 80-year-olds do differently. They intentionally expose themselves to something called hormetic stress. So, what is hormetic stress? It's a process where small amounts of stress, things that would normally be harmful at high levels, actually strengthen your body when applied in small, controlled ways. You've probably heard the saying, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." Well, it's literally true, especially for muscle health. According to studies from the Buck Institute for Research on Aging, brief exposure to certain stresses triggers cellular defense systems that protect and even enhance muscle strength, even into your 80s. Temperature changes are one of the biggest hormetic stressors superagers use. Short exposure to cold, like finishing your shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water or doing brief cold plunges, activates brown fat, boosts mitochondria production, and triggers adiponectin, a hormone that protects your muscles from breaking down. On the flip side, saunas and hot tubs work similarly. They activate heat shock proteins that protect and repair muscle cells. A Finnish study found that seniors who used a sauna 4 to 7 times a week had 40% less muscle loss compared to those who didn't use saunas regularly. Bonus hormetic stressor, intermittent fasting. Another powerful hormetic stress superagers use is intermittent fasting, meaning they eat only during specific hours of the day. Short periods without food stimulate autophagy, your body's natural cleanup system that removes damaged cells and improves muscle quality. Superagers have a smart trick. They limit their eating to a small window of 8 to 10 hours a day, without even trying to lose weight. This simple habit improves mitochondrial activity, your cell's energy factories, in muscles by up to 10%, and it can happen in as little as 12 weeks, according to research from the Salk Institute. Next up, muscle contractions, short, powerful bursts of effort, are the third type of hormetic stress. Superagers often practice something called overcoming isometrics. This involves pushing or pulling against a stationary object as hard as you can for 5 to 10 seconds. These short, powerful efforts send strong signals to your muscles, telling them to stay large and active. And the best part is, it doesn't put heavy strain on your joints. Now here's the secret. The power of these stresses lies in their occasional use. They need to be short bursts followed by plenty of rest and recovery. Done right, these controlled stresses activate important longevity genes like FOXO and sirtuins, which help preserve muscle mass as we age. Tip: start slowly and ease your body into it. You want gentle, helpful stress, not overloading your system. Habit number 6, smart protein timing. Sure, getting enough protein matters, but new research shows that when you eat your protein might be even more important for seniors. Scientists call it anabolic resistance, meaning your body gets less efficient at using protein to build muscle as you age. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors shouldn't eat all their daily protein in one big meal. Instead, you should spread it out across the day. Here's the critical point. After each meal, you get a 3 to 4 hour window where your muscles are ready to grow. If you only load up on protein at dinner, you're missing out on all those earlier opportunities. The smarter way? Aim to eat 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at each meal. For example, breakfast, swap out cereal for eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. Lunch and dinner, stick to lean meats, fish, dairy, or vegetarian proteins like lentils and beans. In fact, one University of Texas study found that seniors who followed this spread-out protein plan increased their muscle protein synthesis by 25% in just 12 weeks. Even more impressive? Without changing anything else about their lifestyle, they gained an average of 1.2 pounds of muscle just by timing their protein better. If you want your muscles to grow stronger instead of wasting away, what time you eat protein matters just as much as how much you eat. Habit number 5, boosting your vitamin D levels. Here's something most people don't know. More than 80% of seniors are deficient in vitamin D, and it's quietly destroying their strength. Vitamin D isn't just important for bones. Scientists at Harvard University discovered that vitamin D activates muscle-building genes that help you grow and maintain muscle mass. Your muscle cells actually have vitamin D receptors. When vitamin D levels are high enough, it triggers powerful muscle-building processes inside your body. A groundbreaking study in JAMA Internal Medicine found that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels had 25% more muscle strength, faster reaction times, better balance and coordination, all of which are critical for avoiding falls and staying independent. Here's what you need to know. Deficiency. Levels below 20 nanograms per milliliter, superagers. Levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter. Keeping your vitamin D levels in the optimal range could be one of the biggest factors in helping you stay strong, steady, and youthful as you age. Let's talk about how to optimize your vitamin D levels the smart way. While getting sunlight is definitely helpful, the truth is, your skin's ability to make vitamin D drops by about 50% between ages 20 and 65. This means that even if you get sun exposure, your body won't make as much vitamin D as it used to. Plus, the typical daily recommendation of 600 IU, international units, is way too low for most seniors. That's why supplementation becomes necessary for almost everyone. But remember, your exact needs should be based on a blood test. Research shows that most seniors need between 2,000 and 4,000 IU per day to reach and maintain healthy levels. You should also add more vitamin D-rich foods into your meals like fatty, fish, egg yolks, fortified dairy products, and if possible, Try to get 15 to 20 minutes of midday sun on your skin every day. Important warning: if you take high doses of vitamin D without enough vitamin K2, found in fermented foods and some animal products, you risk calcium building up in your arteries instead of going into your bones where it belongs. Vitamin K2 and D work together, and without enough K2, high-dose vitamin D could actually harm your arteries. To stay safe, test your blood levels with your doctor. Aim for vitamin D levels above 40 mmol to help prevent muscle loss and protect your health. Habit number 4. Manage daily inflammation. What do strong, healthy seniors all seem to have in common? They all keep their inflammation levels low. New research shows that inflammaging, low-grade chronic inflammation, is a major reason why seniors lose muscle over time. Here's how it works. When inflammation levels stay high, your body breaks down muscle faster than it can build it back up. Even worse, inflammation blocks the muscle-building signals that normally happen when you exercise and eat protein. In a major study from Tufts University, seniors with the highest inflammation lost muscle 3 times faster than those with the lowest levels, even when they ate the same amount of protein and exercised just as much. So how do superagers keep their inflammation low? They follow some key strategies. First, they make quality sleep a top priority, going to bed at the same time every night and sleeping in a completely dark room. Poor sleep can increase inflammatory cytokines by 40%, speeding up muscle loss. Second, they take great care of their gut health. New research from the University of California shows that changes in gut bacteria are a direct cause of systemic inflammation in aging. Superagers eat a diet packed with 30+ different plant foods each week, fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut, a variety of fiber-rich foods every single day. Third, they exercise smart. Superagers stay active most days, but they keep workouts moderate and only sprinkle in short bursts of high intensity once or twice a week. Why? Because doing too much intense exercise can actually increase inflammation in seniors. And finally, they regularly include anti-inflammatory foods in their diets, such as omega-3 fatty acids, 2 to 3 grams daily from fish or supplements. Curcumin, found in turmeric, polyphenol-rich foods like berries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil. One study from the University of California showed that age-related changes in gut bacteria can raise inflammation by 29% in just 12 weeks. That's why it's so important to take action early. You can also easily track your inflammation with a simple blood test. Look for high sensitivity, C-reactive protein, HSCRP testing. Keeping your HSCRP levels low can help you stay stronger and healthier, unlike the average senior whose inflammation levels are 3 to 5 times higher. Strong seniors, or superagers, usually keep their inflammation levels below 1.0 mmol, a big reason they stay so fit. Now, let's move to principle number 3. Take a specific vitamin every day. While most diets focus on the big stuff like protein, carbs, and fats, superagers also focus on micronutrients, the tiny but powerful nutrients that help muscles use protein and stay strong. Here's the truth. Even if you eat a lot of protein and exercise regularly, without these special nutrients, your body won't build muscle properly. Researchers from the University of Vermont call magnesium the forgotten electrolyte when it comes to muscle health, and it makes sense. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzyme reactions needed for muscles to work properly. Yet, over 70% of seniors don't get enough of it. A 2021 study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with good magnesium levels had 30% stronger grip strength and better physical performance compared to those who were even slightly low. Superagers don't just rely on supplements, they also eat magnesium-rich foods, like dark leafy greens nuts, seeds, dark chocolate. When they supplement, they pick highly absorbable forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate, forms that are much easier on the stomach and work better in the body. Next up, Creatine. No. Creatine isn't just for young athletes. Studies show that creatine helps older adults improve muscle strength, muscle mass, and even brain function. In a 2015 study from McMaster University, seniors who took creatine gained more strength and energy compared to those who only exercised. Daily intake of 3 to 5 grams of creatine can boost muscle energy, help muscles hold water, keeping them full and strong, create an environment that supports muscle growth. Another key nutrient, methylated B12. Vitamin B12 often gets overlooked, but it's critical. As you age, your stomach acid decreases, making it harder to absorb B12 from food. Plus, common medications like proton pump inhibitors for heartburn and metformin for diabetes make the problem worse. Low B12 levels affect nerve health, muscle energy production. Superagers choose the active form of B12, called methylcobalamin, instead of the cheaper, less effective version, cyanocobalamin, found in most multivitamins. Don't forget about trace minerals. Other important helpers include zinc, selenium, and chromium. These trace minerals help support protein building, improve insulin sensitivity, important for moving nutrients into your muscles. A long-term study from Tufts University found that seniors with optimal trace mineral levels maintained 22% more muscle mass over 5 years compared to those who didn't. Here's a smart move. Superagers test their micronutrient levels instead of guessing or relying on generic multivitamins. This way, they only supplement what they actually need, saving money and avoiding unnecessary treatments. Habit number 2. Protect your neuromuscular connections. Here's a secret many seniors don't know. When you lose muscle, it's not just about muscle fibers. Think of them like outlets that power your muscles. It's also about the nerves that connect your brain to your muscles. These connections are called neuromuscular junctions. After age 60, these junctions start to break down faster. And no amount of protein or exercise can help if your brain can't send strong signals to your muscles. But there's good news. New research from the University of Michigan found that superagers have much stronger neuromuscular connections than the average senior. And even better, scientists have now identified specific habits that can preserve or even repair these vital connections. Coming up next, we'll talk about simple exercises you can start doing today to keep your muscles and nerves working together perfectly. Superagers do something special to keep their muscles and nerves working together. They practice precise, coordinated movements. Research shows that activities like Tai Chi, dancing, tennis, even ping pong help strengthen the brain's ability to control muscles. These exercises force your nervous system to activate muscle fibers in specific patterns, which strengthens the connections between your brain and your muscles. A 2020 study revealed that seniors who did coordination-heavy activities just twice a week had 31% better neuromuscular connections compared to those who only did simple strength training or walking. Method number 2. Boosting neuromuscular health with nutrients. Some special nutrients help protect and repair the link between your nerves and muscles. Supplements like alpha-lipoic acid, acetyl L-carnitine can reduce oxidative damage at these vital nerve-muscle connections. Even more exciting, certain forms of vitamin B1, like benfotiamine, and natural compounds like huperzine, found in Chinese club moss, can boost acetylcholine, the main chemical that tells your muscles to move. Breathing techniques that strengthen muscle signals, superagers, also use simple breathing exercises to stimulate the vagus nerve, which helps control neuromuscular communication. One easy method is box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, hold again for 4 counts. Practicing this for just 5 minutes a day can boost your muscle nerve activation by up to 15%. The brain-muscle connection. Here is something fascinating. A study from Columbia University found that seniors who regularly did challenging mental activities also preserved their muscle function much better. Why? Because the brain and the neuromuscular system share many of the same pathways. Training the brain directly strengthens muscle connections too. By using these powerful techniques, super agers keep their brain-to-muscle signals strong well into their 80s and beyond, helping them move better and stay independent. Habit number 1. Smart resistance training. That progresses over time. Now, here's the biggest secret of all. The most important habit that sets strong 80-year-olds apart is something experts at Tufts University call the most powerful anti-aging medicine ever discovered. And that habit is progressive resistance training, but done the right way. You see, muscles work under a rule: use it or lose it. But it's not just about using them. It's about challenging them more and more over time. Walking, swimming, or lifting the same light weights every week isn't enough to keep your muscles strong after age 60. Here's how super agers train. Differently. First, they focus on intensity, not duration. A study from McMaster University showed that just 2 weeks of high-intensity resistance training, where seniors pushed themselves until they couldn't do another repetition with good form, led to more muscle gain than 5 weeks of moderate exercise. This moment is called transient muscle failure, and it triggers powerful muscle-building signals that can last up to 72 hours after your workout. Second, super agers focus on compound movements that work many muscle groups at once. Think squats, deadlifts, rows, pushes, and pulls. These exercises boost hormone levels that help with muscle growth and improve joint health and mobility much better than isolated moves like bicep curls. Third, they follow the principle of progressive overload. This means gradually increasing the weight, reps, or difficulty over time, so your muscles are always being challenged and never stuck in a comfort zone. Super agers don't just work out, they make sure they are always progressing. Instead of lifting the same weights month after month, they gradually increase the challenge because they know muscles adapt to whatever stress you place on them. If you don't keep pushing a little harder, your muscles simply stop growing. That's why super agers track their workouts carefully, aiming to do just a little more each time, whether that's an extra rep, more weight, or slower controlled movements. Fourth key strategy: focus on the eccentric, lowering. Part of exercise is 1. Powerful tip super agers use. They slow down the lowering phase of their movements. For example, lowering a weight slowly after lifting it. This puts more healthy strain on the muscles without hurting the joints. And the best part? It works wonders even for people who start later in life. A groundbreaking study from the University of Alabama showed that seniors who started a 12-week progressive resistance training program increased their strength by 35%, gained an average of 3.3 pounds of muscle. Even better, they also improved their brain function, bone density, blood sugar control, all in just 3 months. The biggest mistake most seniors make. Unfortunately, many older adults believe resistance training is too dangerous or that it's meant only for younger people. But the real danger? Not doing it at all. Skipping resistance training leads to faster muscle loss, which increases your risk of falls, fractures, losing your independence. If you take away just one thing from this video, let it be this: start progressive resistance training. If you're not sure where to start, don't worry, you're not alone. The safest way to begin is by working with a qualified trainer who can show you the right form and guide you at your own pace. From there, build gradually. Even just 2 30-minute sessions a week can create a powerful shift in how you move, how you feel, and how you age. It's not about doing it all at once. It's about starting with one small, confident step forward. Here they are, the 7 science-backed habits that help some 80-year-olds stay impressively strong, mobile, and independent. Pick just one habit that feels doable for you today and take that first step. Then, slowly build from there. Because the effort you invest now isn't just for your body. It's a gift to your future self. One that protects your freedom, your energy, and your ability to keep living life on your own terms, with strength, dignity, and joy. Now it's your turn. Are you already practicing any of these 7 habits? Which one surprised you the most? Or maybe you know someone in their later years who's incredibly strong and full of life, someone who inspires you? We'd truly love to hear your story. Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Your experience might be just what someone else needs to hear today. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. We're grateful to have you here, and we're honored to be part of your journey to a stronger, healthier future.